Hey, ADOS. Here you go. This is B Jax with Black Views again, coming at you once again with this video. Today, this video is about Charlamagne the God on his, on this interview here with Don Lemon. He pretty much endorses who he thinks should be president or who he believes should be president. Now, I shortened this video just so you can hear the part where he's talking. I didn't do the whole video because I didn't want to bore you with such nonsense. First thing I want to say is, why do we have a DJ that's out here basically giving his thoughts on who should be the president nomination? Why isn't there a qualified politician or someone that deals in that area or knows about the economics, the strife about Black America? Why doesn't CNN ask that question to them? They go to a radio station where there's a Hispanic man, a Chinese woman, and a Black man. And when you listen to the questions that he asks, he claims that he drills these candidates. He's asking stupid, dumbass questions like, did they inhale weed? Do they like Chick-fil-A? Nothing about Black people. And even when those questions were asked about Black people, they weren't answered in affirmative. So he says he feels with Kamala's background record, she should be the shoe-in. Well, let's look at it this way. She supports asset forfeitures, which means that when the police pull you over, any monies, anything that they believe that you were going to use for legal use, they can obtain those things and not give those things back to you. She also supports the three strikes bill, which basically, this is part of the crime bill that was geared towards Black people doing 3 strikes, getting locked up 3 times. Remember, this is a country who created the environment for you to have strikes in the first place. Okay, she supports that. Last but not least, she locks up mothers. Okay, she supported that. She supported that kids, truancy, and so forth, to lock up the mothers. Well, let's look at all these environments that have been put in place for Black mothers, in particular, not to be successful. Once again, she played the stern role in, basically the downfall of Black people on a day-to-day basis. I'm trying to understand what candidate calls themselves Black but have nothing for Black people, have nothing for Black people to grow or thrive, because she came here where things were already built. So in her mind, she doesn't think that she has anything, doesn't need any additional growth. In her mind, she's saying Black people should be thankful to be here. Okay, so this Charlamagne dude, all he does is basically confuse other Black people. Okay, they listen to this guy, they think he knows what he's talking about, and he really doesn't. He doesn't know what he's talking about. This is a person that's for self. This is a person that he likes what he is. If you even look at him, he doesn't even feel comfortable in his position because he knows he's out of his league. He shouldn't be up here talking about politics when he doesn't have a background in politics, or not even ask the questions that ADOS people, American descendants of slavery, or Foundation Black Americans would ask a damn candidate. He has the voice. He has a voice that we listen to every day on syndicate radio, and he won't ask these questions. Okay, so guess what? He's gonna get up here and he's gonna tell you that he thinks you should vote for. Look how cowardly he is. He thinks you should vote for Kamala. So let's play the video.
I don't know who I wanted to be yet.
You don't know?
I think I wanted to be Senator Kamal Harris, only because I feel like, Donald Trump is setting.
He's on CNN, and he's telling who he thinks should be. Once again, Black people are plagued with celebrities. Okay? Whenever they want to get to Black people, they put a celebrity out there because they feel that you're not smart enough to get the information and make decisions for yourself. So they'll put some celebrity out there who you like to make the decision for you. Okay? Kamala Harris. She has absolutely no tangibles. Okay? She's not even from here. Okay? I'm sorry. She was born here, but she's not African American. As I stated in my previous videos, if your ancestors could not be called niggas, Negroes, colored people, then you're not African American. And that is a stolen vibe that's being stolen by anybody that wants to shoot in to take what we got. You know, we're talking about immigrants. We're talking about Trump being racist now. With racism, he's going to do that. Don't be swayed by that. Trump is the same person he was when he got up in there. Stay focused on what we're supposed to have. Because as you notice, there's black people that's going to try to shift the narrative to something else to get us off of that, to get the heat up off their back. Once again, Democrats not getting the black vote this year. And it doesn't matter if we vote or not. If there's no tangibles for black people to succeed in America, for black people to repair reparations, then there's no need us being here. There's no need for us voting on shit. Okay? They won't get this vote. And that's one thing we can stay true to. You know, yeah. How do you even have black politicians that say nothing for black people? And this has been going on for a century. This has been going on for 40, 50 years, man. It's the same old thing every time. So then you watch these TV shows and they have black people that's talking, and there's never anything for you. There's nothing for you. And every time everybody comes through here, ransack this place, get what they want, get their people out there. You know, they hold people accountable for what they say on their dollar. So when those Asians, all they need is somebody to say what they're supposed to say for them. They got money back in that. You understand what I'm saying? What's the Asian vote? How come you never hear about the Asian vote? What's the Arab vote? You never hear about the Arab vote. You never hear about any of these other votes, but you always have black people up here representing who we gonna vote for. And we always vote for somebody that never have our back. Let's finish the video. I'm sorry.
Stage for the first woman president, specifically a woman of color. Because if you see how women of color have rallied since Donald Trump has been in the White House, whether it was the Women's March that Tamika Mallory and Linda Sarsour.
Once again, more propaganda. He's on the women tip. He's on the woman of color. The woman of color. The woman of color. With the woman of color. This is a trick. This is a divisive trick to separate black men from black women. That's all this is. What the white establishment is trying to do is lift women of color, black people, up out of their homes, pretty much telling them you're in charge. Don't listen to that black man. Don't listen to like, if you see this guy right here, Charlamagne the God, he looks sweet. You know, that's how he gets on TV, because he can look sweet. You know, his appearance is not threatening to the eyes of masculinity, I should say. But this is why he's out. He's for self, man. He's for whatever he can get for self. He could care less about a people as a whole, man. He's just up here to spit his little game. And if you, like I said, if you look in his eyes, you see he's out of his league, man. This man is out of his league up here talking about who should be president on CNN when there's millions of black people that's listening to this and they're being ill-informed. They're being ill-informed. These people are garbage, man. They want things to stay exactly the way they are. Let's move on.
And Kamal Harris put together Alabama, yeah, the way they turned out in Alabama, right. Like it seems like the stage is being set for a woman of color president. And when you see somebody as qualified as Senator Harris is, it's like, why wouldn't you want that? Why wouldn't you rally around that?
Do you think America would vote for a gay man?
Yes, absolutely do.
To be president?
100%. Yes, I do. Wholeheartedly.
Okay, so this is where we at pretty much. I'm going to wrap it up. This is what I mean by you have people that are like false prophets, man. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be a religious thing. It could be a person that's out here so-called giving information. Supposed to be giving good information at that. Supposed to be informing the people and letting the people know about things. You don't hear anything about that. He has an opportunity to speak. He has an opportunity to say something. He's on a platform right now to say what he should say. And that Kamal Harris is full of crap. And that the system is full of crap. The whole democratic system is full of crap. I have ignored black people for over 50 years, man. And he gets up here and he's talking about vote for this Democrat, vote for the, basically, vote for the woman. Hey, listen, if that's going to be the candidate, that's going to put black people on her back and put them up front and the things that she's trying to work for, that's fine. We can vote for whomever who's trying to do that. But that's not what we have here. All we're being told is, you know, the women are gearing up. What do you mean? It's black men and women gearing up. What are you talking about? Like this kills me when you hear this type of rhetoric, and you could tell he's down with the game because they're using the same rhetoric. Women of color, they just mashing us all up in this. So there's nothing for you, black man or black woman. There's nothing in there for you. This is a whole bunch of lip service. This dude sitting up here with the shea butter and shit all on his motherfucking face. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But this damn sure the dude that should be making decisions for black people and shit. And I can tell you just by looking at him. You know, he ain't ready to make no decisions. He gonna tell you what he think. We think we should vote for Kamal Harris. And look, so guess what? He ain't read none of the policies. None of the policies. He just thinks we should vote for her. Okay. Not Marianne Williamson, who wanted to talk about reparations, who actually had something to say about reparations. No, not her. Kamala Harris. Okay, fam, just want to make this short video. I wanted to make it short but sweet. Also, I want to let you know, don't listen to Charlamagne the God. He's full of shit. He's all for self. He ain't nothing he's saying out there that's about the truth. He always want to play the middle and shit, and that's not where black people need to be, in the middle. Black people need to be 100% for black tangibles. If they're not talking about black tangibles in your local area, then that's not who you should be voting for. And you have every right to vote for someone that wants to represent you. Let's stop voting for people that's not representing us. They just sit there as a figurehead and they just say, yeah, black people in the house, and say nothing for you. They don't stand up when there's shootings in the streets. They don't stand up when black people are being mistreated, being told to go back. They don't stand up, but other representatives from other groups do. Remember that. Thank you. I hope you like the content. Please click like. If you haven't subscribed, please click subscribe. Thank you very much, and have a good day.